Welcome to Coffee Commerce. My name is Sean Ramett, and I'm the grandson of a coffee farmer from Guyana, South America. On Coffee Commerce, we talk about more than just the stories of coffee. We talk about the stories behind the coffee, and we've been talking about Edward Lloyd's Coffeehouse. By 1713, Edward Lloyd's health would start to fail him. With this in mind, he made a will and assigned the lease of the coffeehouse to his head waiter, William Newton. Why William Newton, would you say? Well, William Newton was more than just the head waiter. He was Edward Lloyd's son-in-law. William Newton had married Handy, Edward Lloyd's daughter. This helped to ensure that the coffeehouse would continue in the Lloyd's name by transferring the lease to William Newton. In February 1713, Lloyd would die shortly after preparing his will. Unfortunately, in 1714, the next year, Newton would die as well. Handy would remarry Samuel Shepherd. Samuel Shepherd would maintain Lloyd's Coffeehouse and the Lloyd's name. In 1720, Handy would die. This left the ownership of Lloyd's Coffeehouse in Handy's in-laws. The name Lloyd's would continue because it had such strong respect, reputation, and recognition. In the 1770s, Lloyd's of London, Lloyd's List and Lloyd's Registry would have moved out from the coffeehouse and into the Exchange building. Businesses now shifted to offices and rather than being done in the coffee houses. This marked a decline in the coffee houses in England. Even news stories would no longer be declared in coffee houses. Instead, news became popular in newspapers and magazines and articles. Other items such as entertainment would move to theaters. So by 1785, Lloyd's ceased to exist as a coffee business. The building would remain until the fire of 1837, which had broken out around the Royal Exchange. Queen Victoria went to visit the fire, and it was reported to her by Lord Mayor that the fire may have been started due to neglect from the Lloyd's Coffeehouse. Lloyd's Coffeehouse as an establishment or as a building ceased to exist at that point. Today, a blue plaque marks the Lombard Street location of Lloyd's second coffeehouse. This is now occupied on the main floor by Sainsbury Supermarket. If you have a chance, there's a great film called Lloyd's of London, which was made in 1936. It gives a nice backdrop to the era surrounding the coffeehouse after Edward Lloyd's death. As indicated before, Edward Lloyd did not own Lloyd's List, Lloyd's Register, or Lloyd's of London, but because of his very good name, it became the name of the businesses that would survive him. In fact, there's a proverb that says, "A good name is better than great riches." In Edward Lloyd's case, his hard work, determination, and keen sense of business were the elements of giving the Lloyd's name a brand recognition above all else. And Lloyd's also did enjoy success because of this good name, possibly not because he sought the riches, but because he sought to create an atmosphere for businesses to prosper, in that he in turn prospered. Business in the coffee house is definitely one key area of what made coffee houses unique in England, but it's not the only aspect of English culture where coffee houses made their mark. But that's another story for another cup of coffee. Thank you.